ACF knocks Peter Obi. Nobody sent you to negotiate for North. The Arewa Consultative Forum, Arewa, ACF has criticized the reported one-term presidency agreement involving the Nigerian Democratic Congress (NDC) presidential candidate Peter Obi, describing the arrangement as unconstitutional, unnecessary, and driven by personal political ambition. I don't know people's problem with the fact that somebody says he wants to do one term. One term is allowed. Is it not allowed? It's allowed. So if somebody says he's going to do one term, in fact, it's supposed to be one term. I don't know why people are doing two terms. Especially for somebody that you can see that he's not doing anything. You want him to go for second term. Meanwhile, somebody is telling you that I only need one term. And you people are arguing with him. What's your people's business? I don't understand. According to our reporter online, the controversy followed comments by the NDC's vice presidential candidate, Kwankwaso, who disclosed during a recent television interview that he and Obi had signed an agreement limiting the presidential tenure to a single term. Reacting to the disclosure, the ACS National Publicity Secretary Toko Mohammed Baba argued that such an agreement lacked constitutional backing. I don't understand. What's the concern constitution with this one? And could not serve as a basis for gaining the support of northern Nigeria or the country at large. The forum maintained that Kwankwaso had no authority to negotiate or enter into any agreement concerning the presidency on behalf of any region or the Nigerian people. I don't understand. Is it the turn of your region to even start with? The ACF further said that the reported pact should not be viewed as a reason to support the NDC ticket, but rather as grounds for Nigerians to reject both Obi and Kwankwaso in the 2027 presidential election. Why should we reject them? For what? The organization described the agreement as a reflection of desperation for political power. If people are saying that Obi is desperate, what about Tinubu? Tinubu is what? Because the name that you give his own will be worse than desperate. He's desperate for political power. What's your own? Rather than a commitment to public service. How will you know that? How will you know that they are not committed to public service when they've not even entered? Insisting that leadership should be based on competence and national interest instead of private political arrangements. So how will you test their competence? How will you know if they have national interest if they don't become the president of the country? Because some of you are just talking like foolish people. Baba also stressed, all these people they bear Baba, they know they get sense. He also stressed that the rotation of the presidency between the North and South is not a constitutional provision, but an internal political party understanding that cannot be imposed on the entire nation. He questioned the logic behind limiting a president to one term through a private agreement, arguing that if an elected leader performed exceptionally well, such an arrangement would unfairly prevent the individual from seeking another mandate. Well, that one is not your business. They say they are going to do one term, and we believe they are going to do it. If they now do very well, it is we Nigerians that will say, no, people are not going anywhere. They're the ones that would say, yes, we want these people to continue. But leave them. They say they want to do one thing. What's your own? The ACS spokesperson also dismissed suggestion that Obi and Kwankwaso were negotiating on behalf of northern or southern Nigeria, insisting that neither politician had been authorized to make such decision on behalf of any region. According to the forum, the reported agreement reflects personal political interest rather than genuine effort to advance national unity or democratic governance, adding that Nigerians should carefully assess the motives. Which motive? I beg, let's hear what behind such political commitment ahead of the 2027 election. There's no motive, I beg. Let's hear what. Toko, Baba. But just as I said, not the ACF. Mark my conclusion. What do you mean not the ACF? Like they are not the ones talking, Abi. I beg, Obi says people that are drowning, nobody needs to negotiate with anyone. When we voted for Shagari Oyaradua, there was no negotiation. When we voted Abiola and Obasanjo, there was no negotiation. So also with Jonathan. This negotiation weapon is false, and the elites use it as a weapon to further hold on poor masses. This must stop. ACF have become political. Baba Ahmed, who was the former spokesperson, is now chairman of a political party. Say this one self na Baba, Toko Baba. Are they brothers are they brothers? Kansha says people like Toko can't speak on behalf of the North either. Maybe because he's a Fulani man, he must fear Peter Obi and Kwankwaso. So if God wills, the days of terrorists will be over. KN says, my friend, go and rest. Are you the Nigerian mouthpiece? Only in Africa a president can resign. If someone chooses to do one thing, What's wrong with that? Do you get? What's your business if he says he wants to do one thing? He says it's not constitutional. Who wrote it in the constitution? No, because Stoker, for your information, Peter B made the decision to himself. He wants to let people know that as an achiever, he can do what he wants to for Nigeria and just want anyhow. Going back to government house is just to steal. He did not say it because Northerners wanted power. Power rotation is not constitutional. It was only PDP that adopted the system before. Focus on the APC that is on your mind. Yeah? Daniel says, only you have the power to talk for the North, Abi. That era has gone. Talk for yourself and let others talk too. And not according to the dictate of their minds and freedom. Exactly. Anad Boso says, APC mouthpiece talking. So this editor doesn't know that 4 years is what our constitution stipulated. Thank you. Until they turn it to 8 years by force. It is 4 years. Wonder shall never, can he quote the section that stipulated 8 years? Some of these so-called leaders doesn't love Nigeria. How can any say Nigeria support these tormentors against Nigeria in the name of politics? These corrupt politicians think that Nigerians are daft. 2027 will be watershed and APC will learn a bitter lesson. Amen. Which is a constitution? Guest 41 DCS ACF always making noise. Why can't you focus on your own Sambisa votes? Don't mind them. Uzoka Daden says APC government, face your incompetent matters at all level and leave Peter B alone. Though people like Peter B making him more popular by the day because more people, more countries would like to know and ask questions and embrace Obi's ideology. So APC government, make una arrest abeg. Charles Odume said 1 man, 1 vote, so you can vote for terrorists in Sambisa Forest. That can't stop millions of Nigeria all over to vote for Obi. Kwankwaso presidency endorsed NDC. Do you get? Now, Malada said, what has your ACF achieved to better the life of people from the north? You better swallow your pride. If they like me, they swallow. Abraham says he's guessing clear casually. This is you, Bams. Obedience in the year. You no get sense now, Abayomi. You're a foolish person. They call people mumu, now you mumu pass. Sunday Alice said that was in the past. Now one person cannot decide for the entire north. Obi remains our choice. Daniel says if single term is unconstitutional, is 2 terms mandatory? I wonder. Is the issue credibility and good governance, which Obi stands for? Arewa, give this man team a try. Nobody should even beg anybody. I think we'll suffer and pass. Abina, who will suffer and pass? Someone said this usually jihadist criminal claiming to be the mouthpiece of the North. Don't mind him. Henry B says this ACF does not own Nigeria. You don't. Those Fulani will be acting like as if they are the ones that put all of us here. And they are the ones that can make decisions of what happens in the country. They hear people. Beg, my listeners, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.